Today, we wrap up our fall podcast talking about your Princeton Vikings with AD Joe Roberts. Coach, how are we doing this morning?
Hey, good morning, Rob. Great to be with you today. It's been a great weekend. Man, this weather, I'm just telling you, I love the fall. It's my favorite season.
Whew.
And I know we haven't had a lot of color change, but Jamie, Christmas, are we having some beautiful days?
I mean, it seems like we're on our third week, right, of really
Yeah,
good weather. I mean,
yeah.
it's this time of year. As a former baseball coach, I always thought, man, it would be nice if high school baseball was in the fall because you'd get a lot of games in.
Oh, there was a time, and it wasn't baseball, but there was a time we actually talked about flipping the seasons. And it was move soccer to the spring and move
Okay?
baseball, softball to the fall. And the argument was, what are you going to do with football?
Make
And
us
then I started thinking about, I was listening to a friend of mine on his radio show. He's from Iowa, and of course, and there's a lot of states that do this. They play baseball and softball in the summer. Once the school year ends, they don't. Their season starts the Wednesday after Memorial Day,
Ooh.
and they essentially run. It ends like the 4th of July. So, I don't know if you how you want to look at it, but it's kind of weird, you know.
Yeah,
But we are having some just beautiful weather.
no question. Boy, it was Friday night was is almost picture perfect for high school football. It was just
Yeah,
a perfect night.
yeah, love it.
Well, let's jump
Absolutely
into
loved
it.
it.
Things are winding down. Were you pleased how I know things are still going, but so far, are you pleased from the administrative side how things have gone fall season?
Yeah, I don't know how many times I sound. Sometimes I sound like a broken record, I think, because like it's been such a fast fall. I mean, I can't believe that we've already wrapped up our tennis season, our golf season. I know we'll touch on it. Water polo finished up this weekend. It's just amazing to me to think that it was just a few months ago that we were gearing things up and getting the equipment out and trying to figure out who had physicals and who didn't. And here we are now, moving right into the winter. It just seems like it's been a fast-paced season. And from our perspective, anytime that we watch numbers grow and participation grow, I think there's been some great outcomes for that. I touched just a little bit on certain highlights for us. And obviously it wasn't the success or the overall outcome that we thought in some of our sports. But then I look and see it on the growth that's happening at our 7th and 8th grade level. I look and see that we're building freshman programs back into the play, and there's just a good energy and a good vibe and quite a bit of what's going on in Vike Nation.
And, Joe, it's about the experience. They're having a
Yeah.
great experience. You have a great staff that organizes everything, and it's just it's a well-oiled machine. You've got
Oh yeah, yeah. Our staff is incredible. I mean, we do. Our team in the department is just amazing, and they go above and beyond for our kids. Our coaches are doing an outstanding job, and we all know this business isn't easy. We all know that, and there's a lot of bumps in the roads and things to that effect that come along. But at the end of the day, the outcome is just great. And yesterday, on Sunday, we hosted a cheer invite here.
Oh,
First,
nice.
first, first Princeton Fall Classic is what Landon Zellers called it. We had regional water polo going on, and then Coach Franklin opened up, and we had a preseason GMC chess event just to it was more of like an introduction to chess but it was only for GMC schools. And so this place over here, plus we had Little Vike football across the street. I bet there were 900 cars in this parking lot.
That's
I mean, this
fantastic.
place was, and Dr. Dave Maxim, the principal at the middle school, chimed in on Facebook. I took a picture of the place yesterday and posted it, and he chimed in. It's 24/7 here at Princeton. I mean, because it just doesn't sleep.
Well, with your great facilities, it's nice that people are partaking in them and
Yeah.
getting experience, and
Yeah.
it's just fantastic, Joe.
Yeah, it's such a great thing to see people on campus and have people here and have people walk in and they always are like, wow. And then our guest service staff just does an amazing job with them. And
Yeah,
uh
it's a big wow factor. Hey, before we jump into your sports, I wanted to just touch. You guys had a really great event last week. The Cincinnati Bearcats and the Ohio State Buckeyes men's basketball teams met at Princeton, and you had
yeah.
just a great event. I think I'd be remiss if we just didn't talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks to CareSource and what they do, and the Anthony Grant Jay's Light Foundation. Anthony Grant and his wife, the head men's basketball coach at the University of Dayton. They have a foundation, and it is all in relation to the mental health initiatives of what we try to do, because we all know that it is real, and it is evident in our students, it's evident in our teachers, it's evident in just everyday world, and bringing that to light is something that it was so important. But to be able to bring through CareSource and pro camps and Jay's Light, to be able to have the University of Cincinnati men's basketball program and the Ohio State University's men's basketball program, who played Friday night against each other down at Fifth Third, but they came here and they interacted with our students. And just really, it was a great environment. The Bearcat was here. Of course, our cheerleaders and our Viking helped it out, and our administrative leadership, they put on a great pep rally, for the students. But to listen to that message, that it's okay to not be okay sometimes, and it's okay to have someone to talk to. I think that really resonated with our kids. So it was a great day on Friday.
And that was for the entire student body, right?
Yeah, high school principal Ron Ballmer. He didn't even run it as a pep assembly. He told everybody, he's like, we didn't really announce it to the kids. It just went right through class, and then all of a sudden everybody ended up in the arena, and they're like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden you see the Bearcat, and then all of a sudden you see the basketball teams come in, and it was really good.
Yeah, that's great. Well, congratulations to you guys for being able to host that. That's fantastic stuff. Well, let's jump in, kind of wrap things up for all intents and purposes. But we got a busy week ahead, so this is our last show. So let's talk cross country first, Joe.
Yeah, they headed to Voice of America Park this past weekend at the district meet, and Declan McGrath kind of led the way for the boys and the girls for us, finishing 25th overall. Good result there, not what we anticipate, not what you kind of, when you set the expectation, of trying to advance. However, at the end of the day, being able to be in that environment and run against his peers, who he has seen quite a bit this year,
Yes.
and our entire team, we represented very well in the Southwest District. So really proud of our cross country program. Our focus now is we've got to really hone in on trying to get numbers back. We only had one girl, I believe, that finished the race. And so we really it's time to start building that back up a little bit and get a little rebirth into what we're doing. So really looking forward to getting them some downtime and then starting back up in the off season.
Sounds great. Well, best of luck to them on the program and as it starts building back up. Let's go over to the gridiron. Let's see, we finished week 9 on a beautiful Friday night on the road at Middletown, a tough Middletown team, and got on the bus with a 13-7 victory. We wrap up this week's, I'm guessing, senior night Friday against Coleraine, with a chance right now. The Vikings sit 3 in Division 4 with potentially going up to a 2, depending on how things go. You just never know how Friday night goes. But so far, so good, and wrap it up on Friday.
Yeah, this past Friday, again, it was beautiful. Middletown's a good football program. They're fundamentally really good, and we played to our expectation to a degree. I thought our second half of football was a heck of a lot better than the first half of football. Coach Parker's done a remarkable job of being able to bring 25 seniors out this coming Friday and recognizing them. And,
wow.
And people think about that. 25 seniors, that's a lot of kids. And if I remember right, last year we graduated 23 seniors. So 55 kids have cycled through this program under him that maybe would have never thought about the opportunity to play football. So we're going to celebrate them. We've got 10 senior cheerleaders that we're going to celebrate. We'll have Coleraine come over this Friday night and just kind of, we really need to button some things up. And it's time for us to start thinking about what's in front of us as well. We need to take care of business and do the right thing Friday night. But, week 11 is not going to be, simple.
Nope.
And you got to focus on week 10 and you got to get your mind ready for week 11. You can't look past that right now. Our dear friend Joe Itel, he'll probably have those computers fired up before 11 o'clock Friday night, kind of like Rob Ebel and ESP Media. We'll have that huddle breakdown before I close my eyes Friday night. I get 17 different emails from you, but it's that time, and it's a really great feeling when you start talking about playoff football and what happens in Ohio, because it is a really great situation that we have in front of us. And we'll host a home game here on Friday, November the 1st. And then, we'll just take it from there. But
Right.
looking
One more
forward to this
time.
coming Friday in the Coleraine Cardinals.
Yeah, good luck to them. Let's switch over. Busy week for soccer and hopefully a few games this week. Boys soccer on Tuesday travel to Milford to take on the Eagles, 7 p.m. You can get your tickets at viknation.org, but the team has to be excited.
Yeah, boys soccer and girls, here we are. We entered into we've got sectional play. Milford's a heck of a team. And I think Coach Hyatt just needs to get those guys out there and really start running some offensive sets that maybe some kids haven't seen and really get the fluid flow of the game. We'll square it out over at Milford at 7 p.m. Tuesday night.
Right.
And it he's I watched what we've done progressionally with our soccer program. And again, when people know Princeton and people know the beautiful student body that we have and the diversity that we carry, watching students from other parts of our campus come out and participate in our soccer program has just been a great thing to continue to build on. So he's got a lot in front of him. We all know Division I soccer in Southwest Ohio isn't easy, but looking forward to Tuesday night and seeing what the outcome can be.
Yeah, and good luck to them. Let's see. Tonight, girls, no, yeah, girls could travel to Mason tonight, 7 o'clock. Once again, tickets at viknation.org if you're going to go over and support the team. Tough task because I know Mason girls soccer is solid, but that's why you play the game.
Well, and our girls soccer program has not stopped, and they've not quit all season long. And that is something that you can look back, and there's been some times when they get down in a couple goals and it's just like they're just not going to let it go easy. So you're 100% correct on that. We're going to go face a very, very tough Mason team. I believe they were conference champions this year, I think, and anybody that goes through the GMC knows how difficult that is. But I know this. I know that Our Lady Vikes probably have something up their sleeve, and they'll throw it at them a little bit, maybe a different position or something like that, and then we'll see where it goes. But we'll head over there tonight and watch our soccer program and watch Our Lady Vikes go at it, and we'll see what happens. It's a new season. Season starts over. So.
And then girls volleyball, we go inside, travel over to Loveland High School on Wednesday to face Seton, 5 o'clock at Loveland High School.
Yeah.
Tickets at viknation.org. I know Seton strong, and it'll be a tough match, but once again, that's why they keep score. So good luck to girls volleyball.
Yeah, best of luck to our volleyball program. They kind of got the Goliath a little bit in the way the seeding came out, but you're right. If we can put a good set in there and work on serving, and we got to really work on the rotational side of things, I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah, perfect. Let's wrap up this show talking water polo. I know water polo season, I think, wrapped up this past weekend. Just a little overview on boys and girls water polo, Joe.
Yeah, the girls, they traveled up to Upper Arlington this past weekend for the regionals, and they faced some pretty tough competition early on. And so we are in a rebuild phase of water polo for the girls in particular. But, like we've talked about all season long, having some of those eighth graders playing has really introduced the sport to them. And so that's really helped. But the boys hosted the regionals here this past Saturday and Sunday. And that's just a great opportunity, again, to showcase our facilities, but to be able to play at home really helps out. And I just want to give a huge shout out to our volunteers this past weekend. Our parents and former water polo players come out. They work the score tables for us. We've got parents that help us with hospitality rooms and just making sure everything goes right. Our coaches do a great job in organizing and managing that event. We had a very tough loss to Walnut Hills yesterday in our second match. We got beat on Saturday to knock us out of qualifying forward, and then we ended up playing Walnut Hills, and we were down 2-1 moving into the half, and we come back and shot two really quick goals on them to take a lead, and then it just was back and forth, and Walnut Hills just kind of outfired us at the end. I think we got a little tired. It'd been a long week and a long weekend, but it's okay because like I said, we're growing this program back up a little bit. And, the one thing I can say about water polo is if you play that sport, one, you're extremely conditioned
No question.
because it is physical and it's an endurance sport. But two, if you play it, you love it.
Yep.
And that's something I saw all year long is you just got to really love it. So shouting out to the water polo program for what they did. And I know this, we'll see them back this spring as the spring season comes back to us in March.
Sounds great. Well, Joe, thanks for some great shows this fall. It was a lot of fun. I know that your fans really enjoy it by the number that watch it, and we'll start up, I think, December 2nd for the winter season, and we'll
Sounds
knock
good.
out about 10 shows to promote the Viking winter teams. And all the best as the fall wraps up. And have a great week, Joe.
Thanks, Rob. You too. Take care.